What's up, man? It's your boy Frankie J. Today we got a real good video coming y'all way, man. Today is about how me and my big bro, Slim Duda. So today we're gonna bring a video, do a video about how me and Tall Guy met, our journey, when we met, how we met, the shit we went through, and pretty much how niggas became brothers.
All right, Frank. Well, pretty much what happened is, so
we gonna tell them the year. I think it was we met in San Jose. 2012 when he first got out of prison, or no, like 2 years after he got out of prison.
No, 1 year after I got out of prison.
And then we both went to San Jose City College.
From a D3s you go to a D1s you go in the Bay Area, and Frankie's from the Bay, so he went to San Jose City College.
Right.
And then I self-recruited myself, and then next time once they found out about me, and long story short, I went out there and I played, and that's how me and Frankie met. We were on the same team.
I think I was 19 at the time.
Pretty much, and to make a long story short, here's what happened. Once I went there, I'm already a real reclusive person. I like people, but I don't like people. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. So for me, even though I got an outgoing personality, I'm being extroverted, I'm low-key reclusive as fuck too. So the thing is I just came home from prison. I was only a year out of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I had to transfer my parole over to California, you know, in order to play there. And my parole officer, shout out to my dog Blaine in Minnesota, he let me go over there and transfer my parole, and shout out to Percy Carr. You know what I'm saying? Taking a shot on me, I would never be on a relation, Frank. You know what I'm saying? And I would have never been D1 and all that shit. Like, he took a big shot on me. And I was in the best mental state at that time, you know that.
Yeah.
I didn't like a lot of people. And Frankie was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first met Frank, he was talented, he was good, you know, and all that.
I thought you met my dad first.
Yeah, I met his dad. I met his dad first, and his dad was a lot like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really like an old head at heart, y'all. I'm gonna keep it pure with y'all. I listen to old music. I talk to old heads. I get along with old heads the best. Like I said, long story short, when I met his dad, we got along like perfect, because his dad got a brain like me, think like me, move like me. You know what I'm saying? And very calculated dude. And me and him, we was real cool from the seed. I used to talk to his dad after games, all that stuff sometimes. And I didn't rock with Frankie, really keep it pure. He would always ask me these questions. So I was like, man, he's acting like really big Vlad TV. I'm like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? You understand, I still got a prison mindset at this time.
Vlad TV,
yeah. But I'm trying to like adapt to like society now, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, I'm still on parole. You know what I'm saying? I'm still dealing with my anger problems, OD. So what I did was, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. My anger was so bad at that time, and I didn't know how to really contain that, and I was just fighting people. And Frankie was around for a lot of this. So it's just like, the thing was for me is I was real reclusive, because in order to not fight people, because I was trying to create change within myself, and I felt like the only way I could do that was by not hanging with people. And I thought my mindset was different. Like, I'm not here to make friends with none of you niggas. I'm here to hoop, be successful, and get this bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to make friends. I got my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know, different shit going on in life. I'm not here to make friends with none of you niggas. What ended up happening though, what solidified like us becoming friends, there was a time, I'm gonna keep it all the way pure, because I had my motorcycle transported to the Bay Area, and that was my transportation. But before I had it transported, I needed a Frank car one day, you know, and I ain't really rocking with him. I'm like, man, I needed this car, and I was like, it was a situation where I really needed it. So I was like, man, fuck, I'm gonna ask him, expect the worst, hope for the best. So I asked him, instantly like, yeah, here, you can use it. And I was like, damn, and I know Frank enough at that point, by just sitting back and observing everybody on the team, that he don't never get nobody his car. And I was like, whoa, that was interesting. He always gave his car. I never seen him do that with nobody. And he had people that he was closer with on the team at that time than me. You know, so I was like, I'm driving this car, I'm like, damn, man, maybe the little nigga not that bad, you know? And then after that, I ended up getting into a situation. I had a few situations out there where I got in a couple fights with our teammates. You know, these Houston niggas, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in Houston that fuck with me, and shout out to everybody in Texas that rock with me. I know I got a big G squad out there.
Houston real cool. We just talking about these specific niggas though.
Yeah, these specific
like
niggas.
Whole ass niggas.
3 of them, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga 3. You know, and they was acting mad tough, you know, and I'm on parole and everything, so I'm trying to stay away from everybody. But they brought a situation to me, and they acted like they wanted to smoke, and I brought the smoke to them.
Trying to send this nigga back for 10 years, and
because it's something that they started with me.
Right.
And then I just finished it tight. I was dealing with a lot at that time, trying to transition my thoughts and my mind and how I thought about things. And I went to that level, you know, and they weren't willing to go to the level in which I was willing to go to, and it happened. And then I was locked up, and now I'm fighting the case while I'm in college. I was mad depressed, I was sick, I was disappointed in myself, I was mad at myself. I was going through a whole blend of emotions, man, that I just wish had, you know, never happened at the time. But, you know, now looking back at it, everything happens for a reason. But that was a big moment for me that made me calm down, you know, and yeah, I was back locked up. I went to jail, had to get out of jail, all that. And then Type got kicked off the team, but then got back on the team. They was trying to give me 10 years and they had no evidence, and these niggas told on me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. They went through their whole little thing. And Frankie's mom and dad, you know, and Frankie, like they did some real stand-up shit. And this was what solidified us as brothers. You know what I'm saying? You know, brothers from another. Is he went and Frankie went to him and said, hey man, like, cause you gotta understand, when this happened, I was trying to take the little nigga under my wing, or that the one that tried turning up, you know what I'm saying? And he's also the same one that called the police on me, all that. I'm sitting in the back of the cop car and they saying like I'm just this brutal nigga, when they brought the attention to me. You know, I wasn't looking to hurt nobody, I wasn't looking to play with nobody, I wasn't disrespecting nobody. You know, it was just a reaction to their action. Frankie, being my dog, he was like, I would consider him a friend at that time, like a good friend. But then here goes what made him like a brother to me. This moment right here, he went to the dude from Houston and was like, hey man, why y'all, it was 3, 4 of y'all, and he went to another level on y'all and y'all brought it to him, and he was always mad cool with y'all, and you know he just got out of prison and all that. Why would y'all go over there and play with him? Like, you know, that was some fake bitch ass shit, and you shouldn't do that, and you should switch up your statement on what you said. You know, that's going to get them to drop the case. And then Frankie, I ain't had to go tell him, I ain't tell him to do that, nothing. He just went and did that. And then next thing you know, he came to me and was like, hey man, I hollered at him. You know what I'm saying? And he said he going to holler at the investigator and give a different statement. And then, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna have no choice, kind of, right? And his dad was telling him to do that too. And then his mom too. And then that's what got me out of the whole situation. And then they had no choice on my next court date. I had already gone to like 3, 4 different court dates. And they was really trying to bang me upside my head. I'm still on parole, so come on, man. And then next you know, when this happened, they dropped the case. They had no choice but to let me go. And ever since then, man, we've been solidified in the game as bros. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't get no realer than that to me, because I could have went back to prison. I was in jail. You know what I mean? And I was fighting a lot of demons at that time. And Frankie and his people, they got me out of that, you know? So I'll forever rock with them. I was just off the strength of that, you know? So that's really what did it right there.
That nigga, we left San Jose and we both went out to Baltimore together. Right. We both went to Coppin State University for a year. Yeah. We didn't end up playing there because of the what was it, the red shirt issue with our grades, our transfer credits. Yeah. We weren't able to play right away. Coming from a JUCO to a D1, we weren't eligible for credits, but we still got recruited there. Yeah. And the coach there fucked with us, and he ended up getting fired after like 2 years.
Shout out to Fang Mitchell.
Yeah, man.
That's Percy Carr 2.0.
Oh yeah, big 2.0. Them niggas was best friends, remember? We got there, man. We was roommates. You know what I mean? We was in the same dorm. He actually got there like a couple days before I flew in. He already had my the dorm set up, the bed set up for me. He had his car out there, his Pontiac G6, all that shit, man. So, and once we got there, we was already hella close because what he didn't mention is even when we was in San Jose, we moved in together eventually into the same house, and we were still roommates there. We was already roommates there. I'm about to say we went to Baltimore after that. We was fucking roommates for the fucking whole 9-10 months we was in Baltimore, right?
Yep. Yep. And so we really grew a bond. We really got close from that. And shit, that whole year since we wasn't playing, we was taking trips. We was going to fucking New York, fucking Boston, Delaware. After that,
went to Miami and seen his uncle, bro. We went everywhere. Texas. We were just traveling the whole country pretty much, man. That shit was dope as fuck.
After that whole situation of me beating that case and everything like that, like I was like, I just took Frankie purely under my wing and we was rocking, you know what I'm saying? And whatever I did, we was going, you know? And at that time, I was taking out loans on top of loans, and I, like, just to give y'all understanding of how I really am to the heart of me, you know? We was both broke, you know? And I would take out loans just so my nigga Frank could catch a flight with me back to Minnesota. Remember?
Thanksgiving.
Yep. I say, okay, let's go to Miami. Let's go out there and chill my uncle, you know? And let's go. Come on, man. I got your flight. You know, and I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? So it's no comparison like to now. Like if I got money now, like it's nothing. You want to blow? Come, let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. I want everybody to shine, and I've always been this way. You know what I mean?
Always, from the seat.
For sure, right?
Always looked out for his people, bro. If he fuck with you, he fuck with you. Don't matter if he broke or he rich now. Yeah, like you said, when we went to Miami, shit, I think I bought the one way, and he wanted me to come so bad. Yeah. And I wanted to go so bad. He was just like, bro, I'll take out my motherfucking, I'll use my loan money, his scholarship Pell Grant money to fucking, and he needed that. We needed that for groceries. We needed that for a whole bunch of other essentials.
I had a bunch of different hustles going on at that time. Here.
And so I was only 20 at the time. I think he was 24 or 25.
Yep.
And so shit, nigga, we didn't even get in the club out there, did we?
No,
because I was
underage. 21.
I was underage.
All them clubs, Big 21 out South Beach.
Yep.
Big 21 plus.
And so that whole year we went to Miami. Last time we went to Miami, we went to New York twice. Did all that tourist shit out there. Fuck with some people we know out there. Yep. We did New Jersey. Didn't you have an uncle in New Jersey?
Philly.
Went to Philly.
Yep. We went everywhere. We literally went everywhere. We went to LA when I remember we was
San Diego.
Scrounging up change to goddamn make a trip.
He came and stayed with me probably about 3-4 times up in it. No, way more than that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then the thing was too is like I was always welcome in their crib. You know, their mom and dad, like they really rock with me. That's family. Like it don't. I'm telling you, like the only person that gets as close as that, you know, on some friend shit is my inner circle. You know, but my inner circle is so small. You know, that's like. All their parents, like they're like a different. Like I give them love like my parent, you know, like my mom. You know what I mean? Like this is different, obviously, but it's like I don't know how to explain.
He called my mom and dad, mom and
pop.
You know what I mean?
Call them pops. You know what I'm saying? But it's spirit. Everybody, like I call Jazz's mom and dad mom and pops. You know what I'm saying? Like so I always give that mutual respect. You know what I'm saying? So and we've had that from then, you know, and Frankie my dog, you know, like no question. Like when me and Jazz get married, big groomsmen type, you know, no question. So and I appreciate that. I know I've always told you that you'd be in that case though, but for Frank, boy, I would have never I'd probably be in no question I'd be in prison. Again. So that was a big deal for me, you know, and ever since then, that's what helped me avoid a lot of different conflicts after that moment. Once I got out of jail and I beat that case, it was like, it was different for me. You gotta understand, I was locked up in Cali too, you know, so you know what I mean? So once I got out and I beat that case, it made me calm down with a lot. I was still battling within myself with my anger and, you know, not, you know, fighting people all the time whenever I got angry. Because I had all sorts of situations, and this is the way, I know he wants to touch on it, but I don't want to talk about it because that's my old self, because I'm totally different now. You know, I still, like, obviously I still kind of short fuse, so I stay away from people, but it's not to the point where it was when I met him. Because before, when I just got mad, I fight people. I fight our teammates, I fight whoever. You know what I mean? And that's not cool, and that's not the way to be. But I was just struggling with a lot mentally, and I had a lot of demons at the time, and I didn't know how to vent my frustrations. I didn't know how to communicate to people and say, man, you hurt my feelings, or here's what you said, and I feel like you disrespected me. I was just go mode. It's just prison time, you know? And win, lose, or draw, we shake up and it's done after that. And that's not the way to think out here, because everybody don't think like that. People kill you out here, you know what I mean? And you go back to prison and stuff like that. So I just, like, after I beat that case, it was, everything after that for me was always easier, because it was like, I remember praying to God, like, man, listen, God, if I can just get the fuck out of jail and I won't fight nobody no more, I won't, you know, I'll try to stop all that. So for me, once I got out, that helped me avoid a lot of conflicts, and I definitely had some tested moments and some real trial moments that I feel like God really tested me, you know, but ultimately I made it through that, and we're here today, and we're making a video, and my dog got his YouTube channel, I got my YouTube channel, my dog Sway got his YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to Sway in the back, you know what I mean? And yeah, everybody's eating, man, you know, and changing my mindset was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my entire life, you know, but it happened, and there's a lot of great people that I understand, like, to a lot of people watching these videos, like, y'all look at me like I'm super successful and I've achieved this greatness, and don't get me wrong, I'm super blessed, but I've had a lot of great people help me up along the way, and he's one of them. His mom and dad is one of them. You know, I've had so many great people that God has inserted in my life to help me transition to where I'm at now. And I still got a lot further to go, and so does my dog Frank. So why don't y'all help him get there by subscribing to his channel and watching every video, and don't skip the ads when he gets monetized.
Oh yeah, man, big monetization coming soon too. I appreciate y'all. I know a lot of my subscribers probably big G squad, you know what I mean?
Oh, no question.
And shit, I've been out here about 10 days, man. I think I came out here with like 300 subscribers. And I wasn't even on no like trying to get paid from YouTube shit or trying to get subscribers back then. I was just simply putting up my fucking my basketball highlights. But I think I was at like 300 when I came here, and now I'm at fucking like almost 3K subscribers. Bro. And shit, almost 4,000 watch hours, man. So I'm gonna get monetized big soon, and that shit happened quick, man. Shout out to my dog, man. Definitely put niggas on, definitely, you know what I mean, shouting us out every video, every fucking story mentioned on the Snapchat, on his Instagram. you know, just including us in everything, man. Never letting his people get left behind. So, like I said, I really appreciate my nigga a lot, man. And yeah, so that's pretty much how we met, man. That was in 2012. So it's been my nigga for 8 years, man. And like I said, we wasn't. I mean, we was cool, but we wasn't like friends for like, I would say like the first 3 months of us being there. But ever since then, man, it's just been, you know what I mean? Niggas just been close as fuck, especially all the shit we done went through that we're not gonna talk about. But
appreciate it, brother.
Just know, yeah, nigga, we got close by fucking pretty much, nigga, me beating that case for this nigga and shit. You know what I mean? Like, he looked at me different, and I looked at this nigga different too, because I was a young nigga, and my mindset was still young and immature too. So a lot of things that he used to say are like, you know what I mean? I took that shit the wrong way too. My life IQ is different. You know, I might not be the smartest in the history books, but like when it comes to life, like I feel like I'm street smart as shit. For sure. Like I'm a pretty good judge of character, people's intentions, like, you know, and I can also give people benefit of the doubt, but I can also see when people on bullshit. And for me, this is one thing his mom and dad knew about me instantly too. Like whenever he with me, they're not ever worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is back when I was even broke. You know, because they know if I'm riding, Frank riding, if he riding, I'm riding. You know what I'm saying? Like we always looked out for each other, man. We was both broke, so you know what I mean. He was paying for a lot of shit for me. If I had it, I was paying for him. We was going broke on each other. You know what I mean? Like just to not leave our nigga behind. So right. And you want to find out like the character of a person. You know, when a person got it and another person don't, but you call them a friend. Let's see how far they go as far as helping them. You know what I'm saying? And we did that both with each other when we was dead broke. You know, and understand, like, as much as I helped him and his people also helped me. Like, not just beat the case, but I remember one time I went out to the Bay, and it was like during a Christmas break. I stayed out there when we was in Coppin. I stayed out there at his crib a whole month. A whole month. At his mom's dad crib. It was a whole month. You know it was Christmas break, yeah. You know, his mom was always cooking me some fried rice. I was tearing that shit up. You know, his dad was always a real one. Me and his dad was just kicking and going rides. Sometimes me and Frank go to the gym. Like, that's real family. You came back to Minnesota for the first time when we was in Coppin. He flew me to Minnesota with him. Understand, when we was broke. He was broke. I was broke. I ain't have no money. He fucking he used his fucking Pell Grant money to fly me to Minnesota so I could meet his mom. And his family, you know what I mean? I call his mom, and she's always looked out for me. Always just send me hella fucking snacks and shit. Snacks, everything, man. Shout out to my mom. You know what I mean? So, and I still keep in touch with her to this day, man. So. And Frankie's been with me through a lot. DJ. He's been with me through a whole lot, and more than people will ever know. And there's so many things that like I touch on with YouTube, like in my life story. I didn't even talk about this in my life story because it was like it's not a proud moment for me. And I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm not proud of it either. Like the struggles I had to deal with as far as, you know, going back to jail a lot of times, you know, and almost not making it. You know, there were so many things that could have went wrong where this happened or this happened. Like I wouldn't be here today, you know, and it's just something I never want to touch on, you know, but I'm gonna keep it all the way pure with y'all and undiluted. And I'm gonna tell y'all, like, man, I went through a lot, y'all. Like, y'all think my life story is crazy? Trust me when I tell you that's a short story. Oh, that's a big short story. Niggas can talk about this shit for days and days. I just want to try to tell y'all as much as possible without giving y'all everything, because social media is, man, it can be very unforgiving, you know, with people and very judgmental. So it's like, for me, I left a lot of things out of my life story on purpose because there's just some things I don't want people to know. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, like that's my closest friends, they do know. You know, like Frankie. Some of this stuff ain't meant for the whole world to hear, you know, and it's hard enough already just making an hour-long video, you know, being vulnerable with people and telling them your life story, you know, let alone every little thing, you know. And that's why I don't really want Frankie to touch on everything, because there's a lot of stuff I'm not proud of. It's not a lot, but I'm not ashamed of it either, because it made me who I am. But it was still a real struggle, and it was a real mental thing that I was dealing with, you know, coming home. And I'm thankful for everybody that God put into my life and helped me get to the point where I'm at today, because him, his family, helped me get to this position right here to me. So I'm just super thankful, man. I'm super blessed and can't say that enough. Yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this shit up, man. That's pretty much how me and Slim Duda, Tall Guy Car Reviews, that's pretty much, this is the short story of how we met and the shit we done been through, because like I said, niggas could talk about this shit for fucking a week straight, nigga, if we wanted to. No question. All right, y'all. I'll let y'all in a minute, man.